Hello my dear students, welcome to my class of organic chemistry. I am Dr. Dilwar Alam Khan, assistant professor from the Department of Chemistry, SS College, Hailakandi. I will teach you the unit 10th of your class 12 syllabus, that is haloalkanes and haloarenes. So first of all you should know what haloalkanes means. Haloalkane. So haloalkane is the word formed by the combination of two words halo and alkane. This halo comes from the word halogen. You know the halogens. What are the halogens? They are represented by X. The elements coming in group 17, that is fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, all basically this comes from your halogen group. Alkane, which have, these are the hydrocarbons which have the general formula CnH2n plus 2. This is known to all of you. So haloalkane is formed by the combination in such a way that one of the hydrogen from alkane is replaced by a halogen. Just for example, CH4, this is methane, the simplest hydrocarbon, in which one carbon is attached to 4 different hydrogen atoms. Now, if one of the hydrogen from this methane is replaced by any halogen, that is one hydrogen is replaced by halogen, so this is called alkyl halide or haloalkane. Is it clear? Similarly, suppose you have C2H6, that is ethane. From this alkane, if one of the hydrogen is replaced by any halogen, so one hydrogen reduces, that is H5, and this hydrogen is replaced by halogen, that is alkyl halide or haloalkane. Hope it is clear to everyone. Now in the same way we'll see what the haloarenes means. Haloarenes. This is again, halo comes from your halogen represented by X, and arenes, those are aromatic hydrocarbons, are called arenes. As for example, this is benzene, known to everyone. So in each of the carbon of benzene, one hydrogen is there. One hydrogen is here, one hydrogen, in every carbon there is a hydrogen. If this hydrogen is replaced by any halogen, then it is called haloarenes. Hope it is clear. So in this chapter we will study their classification, then nomenclature, that is naming of the compound, preparation and properties. Properties, that is physical properties as well as chemical properties. All these things we have to study in this chapter. So first of all we should know about their classification. Classification of haloalkanes, haloarenes. This classification, first on the basis of, we can classify them into two ways. First on the basis of number of halogen atom. The basis of number of halogen atoms. That means in case of haloalkane, we know halogen atoms are there. So on the basis of their number, if for example this is an alkane called ethane, from this ethane, if one hydrogen is replaced by a halogen, then this is an example of monohaloalkane. Mono means stands for single. So in this compound there is only one halogen atom, so it is called monohaloalkane. Okay, or we can, the name of this is ethyl halide, alkyl halide. Okay, so monohaloalkane means single halogen is there. If from here one hydrogen is replaced by halogen, and from here also if one hydrogen is replaced by any halogen, then it is called dihaloalkane. Dihaloalkane means two halogens are there. Similarly, you can have tri, tetra like this. So if three halogens are there, we call it tri-halo compound. It is clear? Monohaloalkane, dihaloalkane, trihaloalkane. Another example of haloarine, you can have one halogen, suppose bromine is there, so it is called monohaloarine, okay? Or if you name it 1-bromobenzene. Okay. Similarly, there may be two hydrogen replaced by two halogen atom, then it is called dihaloarine. I think it is clear to everyone. So this is the first classification. Number 2, second way of classification is on the basis of hybridization of carbon of CX bond. That means in an alkane or alkyl halide, this halogen is attached to a carbon. So this we have to find out the hybridization of that carbon, and on the basis of that we can classify. So before going to the classification, first we should know how to find out the hybridization of a carbon atom. What is the atomic number of carbon? That is 6. So if you write the electronic configuration of this carbon, we can write it like this: 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1 and 2pz. So this is the electronic configuration of carbon atom in the ground state. Now for the chemical reaction or to form a compound, first this carbon goes to the excited state, and we can write the electronic configuration of the excited state carbon. So this is represented by star, represents the excited state. What happens when it gets some energy? One of the hydrogen, what is the valence shell? That is the outermost shell of an atom is called the valence shell. So valence shell for this carbon atom is this one, twice 2s and 2p. This is the outermost shell. So one of the electron from s orbital moves to the vacant pz orbital. So we can write 2s1, 2px1, 2py1, and one electron promotes from this orbital to this vacant pz orbital. So you can write 2pz1. This is the electronic configuration in excited state. Now for bonding, we know, suppose in the formation of methane molecule, each hydrogen is having one electron, single electron is there. So one electron from hydrogen, each hydrogen four different hydrogen will share one electron with the carbon. So they will form bond by sharing of electron. So how many bonds will be formed? 4 bonds will be formed. And these are what? That is hybrid orbitals form bond with the hydrogen, this s orbital of the hydrogen atom. So they form 4 sigma bonds. 1 sigma bond, 2, 3, 4. 4 bonds are formed. That is 4 single bonds are formed. Is it clear? In this way, methane molecule is formed. Now, one thing you should keep in mind, a single bond is formed by the sharing of 2 electrons. A single bond is formed by the sharing of 2 electrons, and this is always sigma bond. That is formed by the head-on overlapping of the 2 s orbital or hybrid orbitals, sigma bond. When there is a double bond, if there is a double bond, then always one is sigma bond and another is pi bond. Okay. If there is a triple bond, then one is sigma bond and 2 are pi bond. So you should always keep in mind, in case of triple bond, one is sigma bond and 2 are pi bonds. Similarly, you can find out the number of sigma and pi bonds. So in this molecule of methane, how many sigma bonds are there? 4 sigma bonds are there, and these sigma bonds are formed after hybridization of the carbon. So if you find the hybridization of carbon of this molecule, you can see this molecule is formed by hybridization in such a way. In this case of hybridization, one s orbital is involved and 3 p orbital, px, py and pz. So one s orbital and 3 p orbitals are involved in hybridization. That's why it is called sp3 hybridized carbon. Is it clear? So this is the hybridization of carbon. In this way, we can easily find out the hybridization of a carbon atom in any compound. Just for example, you take another example. This is a haloalkane, means from the ethane molecule one hydrogen is replaced by chlorine, so we can call it ethyl chloride or chloroethane. Now you see, we have to, for this type of classification, we have to find out the hybridization of that carbon atom to which halogen is attached. So halogen, that is chlorine, is attached to which carbon atom? This one or this one? It is attached to this carbon atom. So we have to find out the hybridization of this carbon atom. Now you see, in case of this carbon, how many sigma bonds are there? 1 sigma bond, 2, 3, 4. 4 sigma bonds are there. So 4 sigma bonds are formed by carbon by which type of hybridization? sp3. So this carbon is sp3 hybridized carbon. 1s and 3 p orbital gives you the 4 hybridity, that is sp3. You can find out the hybridization of the carbon. Now on the basis of that we can classify sp3 carbon atom. Number A, you can write compounds containing sp3 carbon CX bond. That is, carbon is of sp3 hybridization. In this type, first category of compound is alkyl halide. Alkyl halide represented by Rx. R is alkyl group, that is from the alkane one hydrogen is removed or replaced, so it is called R, and this is the halogen. So alkyl halide. These alkyl halides may be, if you take the example, CH3 CH2X. This is an alkyl halide, CH3 CH2X. Now you look at this compound. This carbon is sp3 hybridized because it is attached to 4. It is attached by 4 sigma bond. So it is sp3 hybridized carbon. When this sp3 hybridized carbon is directly bonded to another carbon atom, it is only one carbon atom and the remaining 2 are hydrogen atom, then it is called primary carbon or primary alkyl halide. Is it clear? So when sp3 carbon atom is directly attached to one carbon atom and 2 hydrogen atom or different atom, then it is called primary alkyl halide. Primary alkyl halide or 1 degree alkyl halide. Similarly, now you look here, in this compound, this is carbon atom attached to this halogen. So it is sp3, how? Single bond, single bond, single bond, single bond. 4 single bonds, so it is sp3 hybridized carbon. Now this carbon is directly attached to this carbon and directly attached to this carbon. That is 2 different carbon atom and 1 hydrogen atom. So it is second degree or secondary. So it is called secondary alkyl halide. Similarly, we can have a tertiary alkyl halide. So you see, this halogen is attached to this carbon atom and this carbon is directly attached to 3 different carbon atoms. So it is tertiary alkyl halide. So first alkyl halide can be primary, secondary and tertiary alkyl halide. Number 2 under this category, allylic halide. Number 2 is allylic halide. Okay. Again, you see in this case, this is the carbon attached to the halogen. Now you see, this is the carbon attached to the halogen, and this carbon attached to hydrogen, and in this first I am writing this one. Okay, halogen attached to this carbon, so it is sp3 because it is directly attached to by 4 different sigma bond, so it is sp3 hybridized carbon. Now condition to become allylic halide is that this carbon is adjacent to this carbon, means the carbon next to this carbon, this is a sp3 hybrid carbon, and the carbon next to this carbon is this one. This should be directly, that is double bonded to another carbon atom. Is it clear? So that means here there should be double bond carbon. Again I am repeating, in this compound this is the carbon attached to the halogen. Okay, and the carbon next to this one, that means this carbon next to this carbon atom is this one, and it should be directly double bonded to another carbon atom. There should be double bond between these two carbon atoms, that is second and third carbon atom. Such type of compound is called allylic halide. Is it clear? Okay, CH2 double bond CH2 CH2X. Is it clear? This is an example. So another example we can take. Suppose this is a compound in which this is the carbon atom. So in this carbon atom halogen is attached, and this carbon, here one carbon, there is 3 bond, and another bond is with hydrogen. Okay, so this is sp3 carbon atom, this one is sp3 carbon atom. Carbon next to this one, that is this is the carbon next to this sp3 carbon atom, this should be attached to another carbon atom by double bond. So this is an example of allylic halide. Is it clear? Next one is third category. This is called benzylic halide. Third one is your benzylic halide. It is again the same way. This is the halogen atom attached to this carbon atom. Sorry, one thing you can write, it will be more clear. I will explain. To this carbon atom halogen is attached, and 2 different hydrogen atom and a carbon. So it is with this carbon 4 sigma bonds are there, so it is sp3 carbon. This carbon is sp3 carbon. Now carbon next to this one, that is this carbon, is directly bonded by a double bond, another carbon by double bond. So it is this type of compound is called benzylic because carbon next to this carbon there is a benzene ring. If there is a benzene ring in the carbon next to this sp3 carbon, then it is called benzylic halide. Okay, hope it is clear. This is the carbon, sp3 carbon, next to this carbon, this is the carbon in which there is a benzene ring, so it is called benzylic halide. So these are the classification of the compounds containing sp3CX bond. Now next category B is compounds containing sp2CX bond. We'll see sp2CX bond. This may be of two types. First one is vinylic halide. That means in this compound the carbon which is bonded to the halogen, this carbon should be what? sp2 carbon hybridized. That means for sp2 there must be 3 sigma bonds. Just let's take one example. Now in this compound, or another example you can take, first you consider this one. So you see this carbon is attached to the halogen, so we have to find out the hybridization of this carbon. This carbon is having how many sigma bonds? 1, 2 and 3, because in double bond there is 1 sigma bond and 1 pi bond. So here 1 sigma bond and 1, total 3 sigma bonds are there. So for 3 sigma bond it is sp2. 1 p orbital remain unhybridized, which forms the pi bond. So sp2, 1 s orbital and 2 p orbitals are involved in sigma bonding hybridization. So this carbon is sp2 hybridized carbon. Now in case of, that is sp2 hybridized carbon. Now in case of vinylic halide, what happens? This sp2 carbon is directly bonded to by double bond. Is directly bonded to another carbon by a double bond. In earlier case, that of sp3, we have seen the carbon next to this one. Here there is a double bond, but in this case, in the carbon itself, sp2 carbon itself, it is double bonded to another carbon. Okay, or in other way we can say the double bonded carbon is directly attached to the halogen, so it is called vinylic halide. Here also this is the sp2, because 3 sigma bond, 1, 2 and 3 sigma bonds are there, so it is sp2 hybridized carbon, and this sp2 hybridized carbon is directly bonded with another carbon by a double bond, so it is an example of vinylic halide. And second is of this type is aryl halide. Aryl halide nothing but this is your halogen, it is attached to this carbon atom, and this should be a benzene ring. That means this carbon is sp2, again it is sp2, you see 1 sigma bond, 2 and 3 sigma bond, so it is sp2 hybridized carbon, and in this carbon there is a benzene ring, so it is called aryl halide. It is represented by ARX, aryl halide or haloarine. So these are the classification of the compounds haloalkane and haloarine in different categories.